think we are heading in. Are you working? Are you loading? There we go, we are in. I think we're in. This is being weird from my side. I wonder if it's being weird from everyone's sides. It doesn't seem to think that I'm going in. Okay, trying again. Hopefully it works this time. Are you gonna work? There we go. It's finally worked. Good, good, good. Sorry about that. I don't know what was happening there. It was taking ages to connect from my streaming software, but I think we're in. Whew, that's a relief. I didn't think that was going to work for a second there. Okay, it's looking like it's working now. So I'm just going to wait for a while, just to have people trickle their way in. Maybe let me share this on the old Facebook while we're working and while we're waiting. Hello, 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 if you are joining. We're just going to wait maybe like 2 minutes just for people to trickle in. So if you have some tea you want to make, maybe now's the time. Grab some water. I think today's going to be a quick one, but I'm just going to wait maybe a little bit longer and try and post this on YouTube, on Facebook with one hand. Maybe I'll have to lean across. Sorry about the arm. Post. We're in. Oh, hello, Christina. Long time. How are you doing? Tea shall be made. Excellent. I'm gonna just sit here and drink my water and hydrate because I'm already hoarse from streaming once today. Doing well. Sorry, I hope this isn't too loud. I've got a mic. Which, yeah, sorry if it makes the drinking really loud. But it's very warm in here. Yeah, sorry about the arm. It's deeply unprofessional of me to have an almond shot. Right, I don't actually know, how long does it take to make tea? Maybe tea was a stupid thing to have said. In the meantime, I'm gonna do the obligatory light my daily candle. So the candle of meditation is maybe going on, maybe not. There we go. Okay, candle is lit. We're ready to have some nice smelling scents. You're excited to make some Picasso Darren pics. I'm excited to make some Picasso James pics. He doesn't know that this is happening, so I'm just going to walk in there after this is done with a loose representation of his face. I am fab. How are you doing? How's everything going? How is the chaos that is this weirdness? Yes, go team meditation candles. Honestly, I think everyone should light candles. I find them so calming. As soon as something's stressful, you just light a candle. My new thing is I found frankincense crystals, and then you put them on top of a hubbly coal and then light the coal and then watch that, and it's just fabulous. So I would highly recommend that. I'll sit outside with that for like 10 minutes in the morning and then I'm ready to go. Look at us all making lots of weird Picasso pictures. Okay, let's get cracking. So I have a picture of James. I'm sorry, James, if you end up watching this, but the world is going to see this picture of you. I think it's a cracking photo, if I do say so myself, and I thought it was very apt for Picasso. So this is what I'm going to be drawing. So I hope you have your nice reference images of your various loves. I was tempted to do it of the cats, I'll be honest with you. There's still time. I could just go off memory. No, I'm going to do one of James. I'm going to commit to doing one of James. Maybe I'll do another one of the cats later. They really are the best, Kyla. I love them. I've finished my supply of them, so that's going to be on my list of things to buy when the lockdown is done. That and pink hair dye, because I have my priorities straight. Cool. So I feel like everybody sort of knows what Picasso is about. Oh yes, and before I carry on, I'm committing to colour today, guys. It's happening. Yeah, so I'm telling you now that I'm going to be working in colour. I can't remember the last time I worked in oil pastels. I honestly avoid them like the plague. I don't really like them, but I thought today is the day for experimenting and let's do oil pastels. So here we go, oil pastels. Yeah, so Picasso, I'm sure everyone has heard of. He was kind of the father of Cubism along with Georges Braque. They were bros, buddies, art buddies. And they basically started the movement, although neither of them actually called themselves Cubists. But in a nutshell, Cubism is breaking up something into basic geometric shapes and creating multiple viewpoints. So imagine you are taking selfies of yourself and you're kind of like changing the angle of yourself, being like, is my left side or my right side better? And then you would fuse those all into one image. That's Cubism. So you're basically looking at the same subject from different angles on the same page. So it's all flat, it's all shapes, and that's like Cubism in a nutshell, really. It's the worst description ever. You would get not a very good exam mark for that, but that kind of sums it up for you. So I'm gonna start basically breaking James down into some shapes here, and then get colouring, and maybe tell you a bit more about stuff, you know, why not? I'm not going to go in depth because that's not what we're about. I'm a bit scared. This has been intimidating. I'm not used to working in this kind of style. What should we do? I feel like I want his nose to go sideways. Okay, first marks have been made. Let's do a big nostril. And then another nostril. Are you going to be able to see this? Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more without getting rid of the chat. Ooh, that's too much. We might have to zoom out a little bit once I'm done with this. I also kind of like the composition of this, so you may be able to hear him gaming in the background. But I feel like it adds to it. Let's do, I feel like this part of his face is a triangle, so let's just commit to that being big triangle. Nope, I want it to be a bigger triangle. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe oil pastels are going to be too big. Maybe they're going to be too chunky for this situation. Oh well, we'll see. I'm sort of in the same boat as everybody else here. I've never made an artwork like this before. So yeah, we are all learning together. But the basic premise behind Cubism is breaking something up into shapes. So it kind of started in like, I think it was like 1907. So Picasso didn't always work in the Cubist style. He did actually make more realistic works before this. Oh, sorry if you guys can hear the wind, it's getting very windy. So you may have heard of his blue period. It's not exactly the happiest time for him. He was very bleak. Basically, his best friend committed suicide. Let's do kind of like a weird wave. And yeah, he ended up making a whole bunch of blue and grey works during that time, and then he slowly started moving into yellows and reds, warmer colours. Then he met Georges Braque, and they became good friends, and during that time they kind of developed their own style of painting, which we now know as Cubism. They didn't call it Cubism at the time, but that is what it is. So La Demoiselle d'Avignon, or the Women of d'Avignon, was kind of the artwork that, it's kind of a seminal artwork associated with Cubism. So it features a bunch of women with fragmented bodies. All together, they're all in the nude. Picasso liked to paint his lovers. He had a lot of them. So that's also why I thought we could paint people we love, because Picasso, ooh, I'm doing stuff on the stream. This is not what I want to be doing. I'm ruining things. I'm trying to zoom out and it's an error. Anyway, I had a lot of lovers, and let's try and get this beard quite a vibe. So he painted a lot of women, and most of those were his lovers. So if you go and look through pictures of his work, there'll be a lot of different women. He was a bit of a player. How should we do these lips? Anyway, so the first phase of Cubism was actually called analytic Cubism. So there's two different types of Cubism. So the one that I'm going to be doing now, using lots of colours and basically using all of these like funky shapes, is the second phase, which is called synthetic Cubism. So that's the one that most people know, with all the bright colours. But it's not how it started. Let's do that as a big triangle. It started with analytic Cubism, which was very much like earthy tones, inspired by African art. So there's a lot of similarities between Cubism and African art, sort of the stylization. So if you think of like traditional African masks, there's a lot of similarities between those designs and Cubism. Do you know what, we're just going to shoot that out into the background. I wanted this as well because these holes in the background, this is a pegboard at our climbing gym, but they liked to merge the foreground with the background in Cubist art. And I thought it could be quite nice to include these circular elements like leading through the eyes, like into the background. It's kind of a repetitive element that links through. So maybe let's do that. And then I'm just going to start colouring and see how this looks. I'm not going to do collage. So synthetic Cubism, the later one with all the colours in, also made use of collage, but that's a bit too extra for me today. I'm tired, so there'll be no collage. But now you can say, if someone asks you about Cubism, you can actually be like, oh, well, yes, actually, there are two forms of Cubism. The earlier style, which is in fact analytic Cubism, and the later, more commercially known style, which is synthetic Cubism. And you have to do it in that kind of like a little bit obnoxious art voice. Okay, I don't know why I'm avoiding doing his mouth. I don't really know. I don't know what to do. Oh, this is very strange. It's weird doing something that is very out of your comfort zone. That looks odd. Do Do you think he's going to be really flattered with this? Or very upset? Okay, let's do some colour. What colour shall we do? What shall we do? I don't know. It's just, I'm just not really going to think about it too much. We're just going to go with the... I've still left his mouth out. What can we do? Maybe his mouth should just be randomly somewhere else. Maybe this should be his mouth. Let's do his mouth over here. Anyway, how's everyone doing today? I feel like lockdown is sort of setting in a bit more now, if that makes sense. I don't know, maybe that's just me. You think he's gonna be upset? I think he'll, no, I don't think he'll love it. He's committed to this now on a long-term basis, so there's no backing out. Yeah, that's better. That's a better coif. Let's get that in there. That's Ace Ventura coif, if ever there was one. That needs to be dark blue. Okay, here we go. Colour is happening. Ooh, oil pastels are weird. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea where this is going, what is gonna happen, what the end goal is. I'm just nattering and colouring. How is my neighbour? Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm biased against them because they're fundamentally terrible people. But he's only been out once today, so I would call that an improvement. But the cough does not sound good. So they're both heavy smokers, but it doesn't sound like their normal smoking cough. And I don't know if I'm just being really paranoid about it, but I don't know, it sounds funky. So, yeah. Everyone went out today. I was doing my 2-kilometre walk. Didn't do a run today, too tired to do a run. Did my walk in the garden this morning, and everybody went out today. So I think today was sort of shopping day for people. So hopefully that means everyone's in for the week. Let's try and shade. Maybe I'm gonna, let's maybe get a little light blue. Eek. Oopsie, I'm getting blue everywhere. Oh, I forgot how not forgiving oil pastels were. So if you want to do something, if you happen to have these at home, which I don't know, maybe I do, I think I do, colour a page in with oil pastels, like thick, heavy, 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 heavy. So squish as hard as you can with them, colour your whole page in, and then you make up a mix of black powder paint and, what is it, black powder paint, sunlight liquid or fairy liquid or dishwashing soap, depending on where you are in the world. Quite a lot of that, like a cup of that probably to a cup of black powder paint. And then if it's a bit too goopy, you add a tiny bit of water, but not very much. And then you paint that black concoction over the top of your coloured in page. And that makes your own scraper board, which is pretty cool. So if you happen to have those and you want to make yourself a scraper board, that's like a budget scraper board and it works fantastically. So you can do 2 coats of the black on top. And then, yeah, you're pretty much good to go for a DIY scraper board. How does the colour work in Cubism? Is it totally random? As far as I know, it's random. So in the analytic Cubism, they did, I'm desperate to do yellow eyebrows. Let's do orange. They did neutral tones. So it's pretty much ochres, greys, colours of the earth, as it were. I think that came from being inspired by African art, just because of all the tones and the colours that were in African art. And then I think with synthetic cubism, they just sort of wanted to go a bit more wild. As far as I know, there's no like true deep meaning behind it. That could be a lie though. I mean, don't know over much about Cubism. It's not really a style that I've ever loved. And I think as well, I'm a bit of a snob, so if an artist is really well known, I automatically don't like them so much, which is really stupid. Like Andy Warhol, I can't stand him. But I don't know if that's just because I don't like the personality becoming bigger than the art, but that's my own issue. So. But I think possibly later Cubism could have more colour in it because, I'm trying to think time-wise, that's probably like the early 1900s. So I guess, is colour printing more viable then? Are you getting more range of pigments? Although pigment development will have been sort of around for a long time by then, because paint started to be put into tubes in sort of like the 1870s, 1880s, and pretty much all commercial colours that we have today were available then, bar a few. So yeah, it's a good question. I don't really know the true answer, but that would be my somewhat educated guess. This is a very satisfying purple. Who knew a purple beard would be a thing, but apparently it is. I think I might be going a bit too wild with the colours here. Oh, that is not a nice blue, but we've committed to it now, so it's happening. You know what I don't like about oil pastels is that you can't get a crisp line. I think that's what irks me about them. I'm trying to think of other things to talk to you guys about. It's quite weird, like, having to chat when not much is happening in anybody's lives. Getting a pink beard. A pink beard was a much better choice. I should have done a pink beard. Maybe I'll do a pink tash. Like a baby pink tash. Yeah, that's what's happening. That's a great idea, Rox. This is fun. This really is like having a communal studio. I'm into this. Like just making something really ridiculous and having a fat chat. Albeit I'm sort of just chatting into the air, but ooh, that's a full vibe over here. Hello, hello, yellow. Yeah, let's do the pink beard. I think this pink. So I don't know how many of you guys watched earlier, but I was saying that I'm thinking, well, I'm not thinking, I'm going to do it. I don't know why I'm doing so many things. I'm already working the normal amount that I would normally be working anyway, plus doing all these extra things. I'm not tired, guys. But I think I'm going to do some downloadable, it's hard to type an art. I think I'm going to do some downloadable colouring pages for people, just drawn here and scanned in, like nothing fancy, but I feel like that might be a good thing to do. But I'm trying to work out what to draw. I had a lot of suggestions for plants, which is cool. I'm trying to think of other things as well. So what do you think? Wearing white pants was a terrible idea for this. I'm definitely going to get oil pastel on my trousers. What do you think would be cool for colouring pages? I want to make something that's like interesting, you know? So, oh, I haven't done the plant of the day. So you guys think of that. I'll show you the plant of the day. This is going to be a thing. So plant of the day. Hello, this is plant of the day. This is Stick. Hello, Stick. So Stick is a Syngonium podophyllum albo variegata. And he is probably my favourite plant. I grew him from a stick, hence why he's called Stick. And he's beautiful. Look at his leaves. I love him very much. So that is our plant of the day, as promised. Cats. Yes, always. There will definitely be cats. I'm sort of tempted to do loads of pictures of Rosie and Misty. Honestly, I really just want to draw them. Just do like lots of little cartoon Rosie and Misties. So plants and cats for sure. Should I just do neutral patterns as well? Is that like a calming thing? Yeah. I need to sit and brainstorm it tonight, I think, and then get an idea of what's happening. You know what we need? We need another pink swish. Oh, yeah. This looks ridiculous and I'm living for it. How are your guys' drawings going? Are you making deeply flattering things, or are you going ridiculous like me? If James doesn't put this up in his office, once we can go back to work, I'm going to be very disappointed. Oh dear. Maybe we should add some green in here, or should we stick to this limited palette? Maybe some red. Definitely cool patterns, maybe quotes and cool patterns. That's a good idea. I hadn't thought about doing quotes. Ooh, I like that, Kyla. Thank you. Yeah, ooh. Now I'm thinking. Okay, yes, that sparked some stuff. Thank you. That's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. Because I'm thinking, I mean, I'll obviously make them available for free download, but I think maybe I might like do a, hey, if you want to download this, here's a PayPal link. Suggested, you don't have to do it, but here it is. Do you know what I mean? So that if anyone feels so inclined, even if it's like $10, because illustration is a heck of a lot of work. So yeah, anyway, I'm just sort of lying in bed at night, waxing philosophical and panicking slowly but surely about not having an income. Although that being said, someone did actually buy a painting yesterday, so, which was amazing. Nice little one. Yours is definitely not flattering. But are you enjoying yourself? That is the key part here. So long as you are enjoying yourself, then I feel like it will be appreciated. You know what I mean? Let's do a purple eye. You'd pay for cool color things. Okay, cool. That makes me feel a bit better. Like, I genuinely, I don't want to do it and then have people feel obliged to do it, but maybe if I just put it there and just be like, if you feel like it, you know, here is a link, but if not, also cool. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Cool. Cool. I'll probably just put them all in a Google Drive or something and then send people the link to the Google Drive. They can download them as they will. And then I can just keep updating it with stuff. Because eventually I'd love to do an actual colouring book, but I feel like that would need to be done with proper digital illustration. And I don't have them skills yet, so for now, this is what we've got. I'm into this colour scheme that we've got rocking over here, like the purple, blue, sort of tangerine. That's floating my boat. Let's make these the same colour. I'm stoked for this now. I'm going to go and brainstorm some drawing ideas, and then maybe have a sleep. I'm so tired. Also, I've discovered, so I don't know if any of you, I'm sure all of you are fitter than me, but since when did I get sick? I don't even remember when it was now. 2 years ago? When did I get that horrible virus? I don't remember. But since that triggered my CFS, I get tired so easily. So I've had to like limit exercise quite a lot. So gym has been difficult, but obviously now with no gym, plans are being made. So more yoga is happening, but doing these runs, my goodness, I'm like, my body feels like it could carry on, but my lungs want to die. And apparently that's called your VO2 max. And that's the problem we have at the moment. So, because I feel like I could carry on, but my lungs feel like they're going to explode. Do you know what I mean? Looks like the genie in Aladdin. I hope he'll dig it. I think it's looking quite cool. Do you know what I'm going to do, actually? Do I have... What's here? What's close to me? What's maybe... I might have to... Oh, I have an idea. Hold on. I'm unplugging my mic and I've got an idea. Right, I'm back. I'm back with my idea. So because these are oil pastels, and they're quite thick, we can do sgraffito. So sgraffito, you have to say it like that, is a technique where you scratch away. So it's traditionally used in pottery, but I think it will work here. Let's see if it'll work. I want to see if I can... Oh, it's working. Oh, this has changed the game. People, this has changed the game. Okay, I'm gonna finish colouring and then get back into that, because now I feel like the world has opened and this is going to be incredible. Look at that red nostril. It's everything you've ever wanted from a nostril. Let's do over here. I just want to scrape patterns out now. This is a revelation. I thought I was going to struggle with this, but it's actually really fun. Oh, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm thoroughly enjoying this one. I feel like there's a lot less pressure because it doesn't have to look like something. All the ones that we've done up to now I've kind of been like quite nervous about, because there's sort of this expectation that it needs to look like an actual drawing, and I realised that I've been putting quite a lot of pressure on myself for these streams because I want it to look good, but actually that's not what this is about. So here we go, we're just going bonkers. And also now I just want to scratch out the background. Yeah, purple nostril. In there. I feel like we need a background colour. What should the background colour be? Should I do it lime green? Talk to me. Lime green or maybe we shouldn't have a background colour. I'm genuine that I didn't use your colour palette. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not what I expected, but I'm into it. I like these colours together. It's not a combination that I would have used before, but yeah, I think it works. I am not offended by it. I'm going to leave the green there, that's how I feel about it. Oh man, I should work in oil pastels more often. You can colour so quickly in them. Also, there's something quite satisfying about squishing really hard. But maybe that says more about me than it does about oil pastels. Lime green, 2 votes for lime green. Oh, I'm thinking like this background area, we do lime green. And then here I'm going to do this colour. And then here I'm going to do light blue with that as another colour. I don't know yet. Screw it, let's do lime green. We're heading in, it's happening. Oh, it's very green. Oh, hello. Everything's happening now. Ah, can you tell I never use this? This tablet is, I think we worked out it's 10 years old. It doesn't work, but it does let me open pictures. So it's quite handy for using for reference images. But I really want to get, eventually one day, because they're so expensive, my goodness, they're expensive, a really nice tablet for doing digital illustration on, so I can work straight onto the tablet, because I do have a Wacom. I bought myself a Wacom, but one of the ones that you plug in and then you use on the side. And there's something about the disconnect from hand to screen that I really don't like, and I've been working with it quite a lot and I just cannot get it down. I know I need to practice more with it, but it's, yeah, I would love one that is just where you can work directly on the tablet. That's my dream. But anything where you do that is just so frightfully expensive. So that'll be in a few years' time, realistically. Especially now. Yeah, look at this green. Delicious. Should that be green? No, let's do that something else. I feel like I liked that white and now that white looks a bit sad and lonely. Oh, this artwork is making me so happy. It's so ridiculous. I just want to scratch patterns into it now. Da -da 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 -da. I'm totally a professional artist, guys. Can't you tell? Oh, this tablet's telling me things. How exciting. Arrgh. I'm a bit sad Misty's not in studio today. She decided not to sleep on the chair. It feels lonely. I'm used to having a cat in here with me, but the door is closed. Also feels weird working with the door closed. Your picture's getting worse over time. Worse is not the word, it's developing character. We use positive language to describe our pieces. It's at a transitional stage, how about that? Can you tell I used to write reports? Oh, this is great. I didn't think I was going to enjoy this so much. I needed this today. It's been a very strange day. A very strange day indeed. Let's like outline you. Yes. Oh, look how terrible this is. I love it. I think we just need like a gaping hole of blue over here. That's what I want. It's nearly scratching in pattern time and I am very excited for it. What colour should that eye be? Maybe it should be... Maybe it should also be dark blue. Maybe we'll tie that in. You only have watercolour but not working watercolour paper, so lots of splodges. That'll do it, but again, it's artistic license. Yeah, look at that. That's baller. I think I'm going to shade that. Oh no, that was an error, but it's happening now. We've committed to it. Oh, it's happening. Oh, I don't like what's happening, but it's happening anyway. Let's do this. Took a photo and trying on the tablet. Oh, you're living a tablet life. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. It's all I want is a fancy tablet. gonna do some just window shopping and see how much they are, and then maybe set aside like 100 Rand each month, and then in 17 years I'll be able to buy one. Because I've got loads of ideas for digital stuff, but it's just trying to work out how to do it, you know? Oop, I'm getting too aggressive. I'm just snapping all of these pastels. What colour? What colour, what colour, what colour? Pink. You need to be pink. Pink with a little purple shady shade. Right. I think it's scribbly and pattern time, which I'm most excited for. I don't know if I've made... I don't know if all of it's going to be thick enough. And also, this palette knife is very bendy. It's not actually the easiest thing in the world to scrape with. I feel like we need... I don't know what we need. What do we need? Let's do some lines down here. This is deeply, deeply satisfying. If you have access to something that can scrape off oil pastels, do this. I don't want to add pattern into everything, but I do feel like it's gonna help with some elements of this. Maybe down here. So much for me saying earlier that this wasn't going to be a very long stream. But I am not offended by that. So tomorrow, I'm trying to remember who we're doing tomorrow. Oh yes, tomorrow is going to be something completely different again. I hope you guys enjoy the variety of artists for this. I've tried to do a real mix and to like mix up what you'll be drawing each day. The artist tomorrow is an artist that I love, absolutely love, but I don't think anyone will have heard of him. So up until now, I feel like the artists have been relatively well known. Tomorrow we're going more obscure. I'll give you a clue. He's Japanese and his work is magnificent. He is a conceptual artist. So we're doing something completely different tomorrow. So I'm thinking for the Drawalong tomorrow, I might make it not a workshop, but like a experiential drawing thing. I think that might be the vibe. So if you have stuff to make colour with, bring that. If you don't, I'm going to try and think of how to do it in a way that if you only have pencils or pens, that will still work. But I think tomorrow I want to do this as a guided draw. So you listen to me give you instructions sort of in a way, and we do something together. That's one possibility. You'll kind of know what I mean when you see the prompt tomorrow. But I think that could be quite nice to do. There's sort of art therapy links to it. I may not have completed my master's, but I did start it, so it's something that I do know a little bit about. I wonder if we can scrape some circles in. Oh, we can. Excellent. Look at these polka dots. Also, I'm very tempted to just go stand on the boundary wall and yell into the road and ask if someone can throw chocolate into the street for me at this point. As the withdrawal is strong, the withdrawal is real, I'm struggling. now I know how people with alcohol and nicotine addictions must feel with this lockdown. Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of very bleak people out there that are not being allowed to drink or buy drinks. We didn't even go out and buy anything. So we have an alcohol-free household. But it's the chocolate I'm sad about, and that is entirely my own fault. Be healthy, she said. I don't like Pass Me. Pass Me was an idiot. Pass Me should have bought all the chocolate. Just throwing that around. This looks like something a grade 3 would have done, and I think that that is truly magnificent. Oh dear, I feel much better now. You ate your mum's Easter egg yesterday. Oh, that's amazing. Oh dear, that's so funny. I think that's totally justifiable. Anyone would understand. I think I want to do some circles up here. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's do some more over here as well. Okay. I think... Ooh, that's a situation over there. Maybe let's scrape some more into there. I think maybe it's time for me to stop complaining about that we don't have chocolate. And start finishing this off. So I hope that your drawings are going well. I'd love to see what you guys draw today, because I feel like this could be a bit of a bonkers one. Yeah, this has been really fun. Hello. Apparently my Pinterest is linked to this. That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to stop fiddling with this now, because I think, quite frankly, I've created a masterpiece, and let's not fiddle, let's not ruin what we've already made. Could put it in a frame today, put it in a museum, and people would just revel in the glory that is this artwork. Oh dear. So anyway, I really would love to see what you guys have made today. It's been awesome seeing what people have been making in the last couple of days. I love it when you guys send stuff through. It's really making my day. It's so nice. It's so nice to like see that people are actually doing this. I genuinely didn't think that people would. So it's really cool. So if you want to send this to me, if you have my WhatsApp, Instagram, yeah, anywhere really, that would be amazing. I'm gonna go get something to drink now, because I'm thirsty from all this talking. I hope you enjoyed today. I'm really excited for tomorrow. Well, actually for all the days, but tomorrow I think could be quite fun and possibly calming. There'll be another meditation candle involved. So in the meantime, wherever you are in the world, thank you, thank you, thank you, and stay safe. And I will maybe see you on here sometime in the future. Maybe, that would be excellent. But the plan is to see you guys soon. And if I can get the stream to turn off again, that would be excellent. But like I couldn't do earlier. But it's been real, guys. You're all the best. Thank you. I hope you have made fabulous masterpieces. Yeah, love to you all. Bye, guys. Oh no, I've pressed the wrong button again. I'm so bad at this. I'm like the worst streamer ever. Oh no, the stop button's gone again. Oh gosh, I'm so tragic. Okay, we really are going. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. Oh dear. I'm never gonna leave. I'm stuck here forever. I think I'm stuck here forever. Maybe I am stuck here forever. I don't know. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. Okay, I found out to stop it. Okay, bye guys.